Hi, this is Don McAllister, and welcome to another weekly tip video. Now, we all know custom keyboard shortcuts on macOS can prove to be a real boon to productivity. The only thing is, they are fiddly and time-consuming to set up, plus they are prone to typos. Houdah Software have just released a great new free utility called CustomShortcuts, which makes creating custom keyboard shortcuts a breeze. Now, before we take a look at the utility, let's take a look at how we might set up a custom keyboard shortcut in the traditional way. For instance, I might want under here, say if I'm exporting to Excel format all the time, I might want to set up a keyboard shortcut that will take me to this menu item here. So instead of going File, Export to, and then Excel, I could just use a keyboard shortcut and that would do the operation for me. Now, the usual way to do that, if I flip across to System Preferences, I would go to Keyboard, then I would go to Shortcuts, then I would go to App Shortcuts, hit the plus, and then I would select the application. So I want numbers. There we go. Whoops. And then I will put in the menu title. Now, I'm going to do a deliberate mistake here, and you'll see why. If I just type in Excel, which is the entry under the menu title, and then let's do, say, Command-Shift-E, and then say Add. So now, in theory, what I should be able to do is just hit Shift-Command-E. And the reason for that is because the menu item itself is actually Excel ... So to fix that, if I go back to System Preferences, back to Keyboard, back to Shortcuts, back to App Shortcuts, go to here, double click, and then put the 3 dots in. Okay, that should now work. So back over on numbers, Shift-Command-E brings up the export your spreadsheet with Excel selected. We'll cancel that for now. So let's now see how we would do that using the Custom Shortcuts utility. So let's go across to Houdah.com, and these are the 4 main applications that Houdah Software do. Now, you'll recognize some of them. Houdah Spot and Houdah Geo are 2 applications we've covered in the past on Screencasts Online. Tembo, which is a sort of cut down version of Houdah Spot, and Type to Phone. But if you go up to Products, there's an entry for Custom Shortcuts. And as you can see, this is a free download. Now, I've already downloaded and installed the utility. Let's pop that down out of the way, and let's run it for the first time. So Custom Shortcuts, hit Return, and it's now loaded for us. So we will check automatically for updates. This is a very simple user interface. Basically, on the left-hand side, we have a sidebar. Now, all the applications that are currently running on this Mac appear in the sidebar. And then on the right-hand side, we have our list of custom menu shortcuts, which at the moment is empty. But if I go across to numbers in the sidebar, you'll see that we have a single one here. This is the Excel custom keyboard shortcut that I just created in the previous step. So if you've already created some custom keyboard shortcuts, they will appear within the utility. It will pull that information out of System Preferences. Let's go ahead and recreate this shortcut using the Custom Shortcuts utility. If I select this first, and we'll delete it by clicking on this minus button down in the bottom, and then we'll create a new entry by clicking on the plus button. And then in the menu item title field, if you remember back to the Excel shortcut, it was under File menu, so it was File, and then I think it was Export to, and then it was Excel. So if I just start typing, you'll see that the utility has exposed all the menu items that begin with FI within the Numbers application. And if I just hit Return, you'll see that under the File option, I've got all the various menus under File. I can go down to Export to, hit Return again, and there is my Excel entry. Hit Return, and then go across to Record Shortcut, and then type the shortcut, so Shift-Command-F, and that's my custom menu shortcut created. So no convoluted access to system preferences, no worries about typos. It just goes in, pulls out the information you need, and enables you to create a keyboard shortcut straight away. That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.